The Roman Empire, once a symbol of power and prosperity, met its demise in 476 AD. Many factors contributed to this decline, and some argue that the rise of Christianity played a significant role. They claim that it shifted focus away from traditional Roman values and weakened the empire from within. However, this simplistic view ignores the complex realities of the time. Rome's fall was not a sudden event, but rather a gradual decline over centuries. It was a death by 1,000 cuts, inflicted by a multitude of factors. To lay the blame solely at the feet of Christianity is to ignore the deep-seated issues that plagued the empire long before its official adoption as the state religion in 380 AD. The Roman Empire at its peak was a marvel of engineering, military prowess, and cultural influence. However, like all empires throughout history, it was not immune to the forces of change and decay. To understand the fall of Rome, we must look beyond simplistic explanations and delve into the multifaceted challenges that plagued the empire. One of the most significant factors contributing to Rome's decline was its economic instability. Constant wars and expansionism drained the empire's coffers, leading to inflation and a devaluation of its currency. The once abundant flow of wealth from conquered territories slowed to a trickle, further exacerbating the problem. The Roman legions, once symbols of unmatched might, were stretched thin across the vast empire. Defending its borders from barbarian incursions became increasingly difficult, leading to a decline in military discipline and effectiveness. This overextension, coupled with economic woes, created a vicious cycle that weakened the empire's defenses and emboldened its enemies. The empire's reliance on slave labor, while initially beneficial, ultimately stunted economic innovation and growth. As the empire expanded, so did its dependence on slaves, creating a system where free labor was undervalued and underutilized. This dependence on forced labor ultimately made the Roman economy inflexible and ill-equipped to adapt to changing circumstances. Beyond economic and military struggles, Rome faced a crisis of identity and morality. The traditional values of discipline, civic duty, and stoicism that had underpinned the Republic's success began to erode. Rampant corruption within the ruling class, coupled with a growing disparity between the rich and the poor, created social unrest and weakened the empire from within. The Roman elite, known for their lavish lifestyles and insatiable hunger for power, indulged in excesses that further alienated the common people. This moral decay, coupled with political instability and constant power struggles within the ruling class, created an environment of uncertainty and distrust. The empire, once unified under a common purpose, became increasingly fragmented. Regional identities and loyalties gained prominence, weakening the sense of shared Roman identity that had once bound the empire together. This fragmentation made it difficult to address the empire's problems effectively, as different factions prioritized their own interests over the common good. Amidst this turmoil, Christianity emerged not as a destructive force, but as a source of stability and hope. While it is true that the adoption of Christianity as the state religion had its share of complexities, the new faith provided a sense of moral guidance and community that was absent in the increasingly fractured empire. Christian teachings, emphasizing compassion, forgiveness, and the importance of community, provided a stark contrast to the decadence and individualism that characterized Roman society in its later years. The early Christian church established a network of social support, providing food, shelter, and care for the poor and the sick, regardless of their social standing. Furthermore, Christianity's message of universal love and brotherhood transcended the ethnic and cultural divisions that plagued the empire. It offered a unifying force that helped bridge the gap between Roman citizens and the diverse populations within its vast territories. To argue that Christianity single-handedly caused the fall of Rome is to ignore the significant positive contributions it made during a time of profound crisis.